This is Mr. K again. Make sure you've got a paper, a pencil, and your scale so you can do some measuring. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is drawing P4. This one, the picture is wrong. I intentionally did that to make you look at the measurements. If you don't look at the measurements, you're going to assume that that bottom piece is only 3/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch, because that's kind of what it looks like. But remember, you have to do the math. You have to look at it and actually do the measurements. So when we do that, we can see that the height is 2.5. That one's pretty easy. Make me a mark. Oops, 2.5. Make me a mark. And I draw my construction line. And then the width, that first piece, is 2 inches. So let's just draw that first piece of 2 inches. We can get that first part built without too much of difficulty. It's going to go inside right in here. There'll be another little piece off on the side over here. We'll worry about that in a second. We go up, we go across. Take a look at the measurement there. It says it's 1 inch. How many points make a line? Why, 2 points, Mr. K. That's why I measured twice. Excellent, Mr. K. Good job. So now we've gone up 2.5 over 1, and we need to see how far down it goes here. If you look at the measurements, it says it goes down 1 1/4. Half of 2.5 is 1 1/4. So therefore, on the other side of it, where it goes up, is going to be 1 1/4. It's divided in half. The picture isn't right. I'm such a sneaky teacher. I did that just to mess you up, to see if you were paying attention to the measurements. I can now draw this first part of the shape. The front view is not quite done, but we're pretty close. We have that crazy looking L that we've had on almost every one of these. And the only other piece we need is the one that comes off on the edge over here. If you look at the back of the picture, it says that this back piece is 1 1/2 inches. This is 2 inches, that's 1 inch, so this has to be 1 inch. So the leftover piece is, I'll leave that for you to do the math. Don't guess, because if you guess, you'll probably be wrong. And there it is. All you have to do is darken it in. And there's my front view, finished. Because I have my construction lines, I don't need to measure for the top anymore. I'm going to raise it up 1/4 of an inch. And I'm going to start my top view right there. We're starting right here. My height, when you look at it on the piece of paper, is 1 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to go 1 3/4, make my mark. How many points make a line, Mr. K? 2. Look at that, 2 points. And now I draw my construction line. And it's going to fit inside of this area. We know this is 1 3/4. This piece, it says, comes up, oops, right here, comes up 3/4. That means this piece has to be, I'll let you do the math. And now all I have to do is darken it in. And there's my top view. Last, we have our side view. I'm going to skip over 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to start my side view right there, because again, I don't want it to sink down. I don't want it to float up over here somewhere. So we're going to start at the same even level. We know the width, or the depth, is going to be the same as the depth here. So I'm going to go over 1 3/4. When I draw my construction line, I just won't draw it through my name. Just stop when it gets to your name. And then we have this piece and this piece. So we're going to separate it here. Again, I'm going to let you look at the math. I know that you can figure this part out just by looking at the pictures and taking a simple view of the math. It's really not hard math. And there's my my side view. Right there, all I have to do is darken it in. And since this is only on the bottom and not on the top, we know it's only on the bottom here. And there it is. Shape 4, done. Only one more to go.